How's it going? I'm once again coming from the private domicile that is my office area, and it is approximately 4:44 in the morning. I did not plan that actually. You can see right there, 4:44. Yeah, no, I gotta go to work in a couple hours actually. Um, yeah, no, it's Friday. I'm honestly, I want to say realistically, I don't know what to do, but I kind of have an idea of what I have to do. Take this vest off because I'm looking at it. It looks kind of wonky with the vest on, but I kind of have a rough idea what I have to do today, right? I want to say realistically, I took this week off and did nothing. However, that's not necessarily true, but it is partially true. I did get some content pre-recorded for my main channel that I have scheduled, so that's good. In terms of stuff for this channel, not too much. I mean, I have some old backlog content. I can upload some more lost vlogs, so I could do that. And I guess a bunch of old stuff that I have recorded that I never did, which would be almost 4 or 5 months old. But old is better than nothing, right? You could see kind of like what my whole situation was a couple months ago as compared to now, because now I kind of feel at like not a crossroads, but definitely I can tell that I'm like getting to a point where I could feel burnout coming, which is ridiculous. I think it was honestly from all the studying that I did. I think all the studying, everything that I did for that kind of quickly burned me out really fast because I was already burned out prior because I was like already on overdrive. But then like that last little bit of that adrenaline rush that I got that kicked me into being like, fuck that, I'm doing this. And I don't know, real like lately I've just been kind of like dead mentally in terms of like, I mean, I've been working out, but not as good as I used to. I don't know. It's everything is just kind of like stagnant, and I think I need to start removing and adding things into my life and my schedule. So, with that being said, I kind of want to learn a new skill or like a new, I wouldn't say a hobby because it's pretty dangerous, but I kind of want to learn a new skill. Nothing too crazy. I'm not trying to become the best at this particular thing. However, I do want to learn it. It seems pretty interesting. It has to do with numbers and math, and I kind of want to get more into that because I'm already good with math and I like numbers. Like I have a history of working with this type of background, which is interesting with a lot of numbers, money, and math. So I don't know why I haven't picked up on it yet, especially because I'm not new to it. I've being around a bunch of people gambling and stuff like that. They're going to talk about other ways that they spend their money, and if you don't know what I'm talking about already, I'm talking about not gambling, but getting into the stock market, but more in not like in terms of being kind of like a day trader, but not a day trader, if that makes sense. But like hopping on, making a couple trades, and calling it a day. Nothing too crazy. I'm not trying to go there win millions of dollars. Just something light that I could do to kind of just add some extra activity in my day. And I've noticed that throughout this week that I didn't do much. That is what it is that I'm lacking. I'm lacking something new, which is ridiculous because I'm always doing something. I swear this is like ADHD brain or whatever it is. It's fucked up, but I need to do something. I need to add something else to my day. I know I already seems like I do a lot, which I realistically don't, but I do. But some days I can't do everything. So like, for example, I could have put in some extra hours of overtime at work because I didn't have to do more stuff that I thought I would have to, but it completely slipped my mind. Like I completely forgot about work. But I think it was just already because I was kind of tired from work and then coming home and then having to do more work. Because I don't even consider YouTube work. Like when I do YouTube stuff, I don't. Some people consider that work. Yeah, it's work because I have to do something. However, I don't really consider it like a work thing. It's just like a hobby. I like to make stuff. It kind of gives me that, like I said, that creative outlet. Sometimes I go all out when I edit a video. Sometimes I just do light stuff. But I have a thing I'm staring at now. I want to make a as my main project that I want to do over on my main channel because my idea was to have videos scheduled throughout March, which I just finished. And then with the shorts, I'm getting back on my shit with the shorts and stuff like that and everything because I guess I got the good the backlog of content that I've been uploading. But get that ready. That way I could work on a main project that I want to do, because the main projects that I usually work on kind of bring in a little bit more ad revenue. Like I've been making decent ad revenue, nothing crazy, but I've been making decent ad revenue off videos that I've made years ago that are still making me a couple bucks. Nothing too ridiculous, but it's interesting that a video that I made 4 years ago is still making money today. So I was like, you know what? I need to go back to making more of those types of videos, because back then I had more time, so I could just sit there for 2 days on the computer editing a video and doing a bunch of research. I can't really do that too much now. So I had to figure out a way that I can have consistent uploads on top of being able to have these types of video projects that I work on. So I was like, okay, backlog, pre-scheduled videos, and then in between that, I'll do a main project, whether for the month, which is probably going to be like a monthly thing versus a weekly thing. But at least right now, for most of the time, I'm going to try to have 2 videos out a week on my main channel, not including shorts. I have about one short coming out every day for March. For this channel, I don't know yet. I'm still, like I said, I have a bunch of old stuff. If you guys are interested in seeing it, let me know. And I mean, not old stuff like videos of me sitting here talking to the camera like this, but more like vlogs, like the Lost vlogs, stuff like that. But some of that stuff was recorded 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Like a camping trip that I went to the Pine Barrens in New Jersey was like 3 years ago now. But it's still interesting content. I have it. If you guys are interested in watching it, let me know, and I could just make, upload maybe like a week of a different part of the Lost vlogs. I might just do that even if you guys don't want to, at least on this side of the channel, and more videos kind of like this if I have the time and the thoughts to kind of record it. And then for I was supposed to be, oh yeah, the day trading thing, right? I was talking a little bit about that. So I was thinking, I was like, how do I want to do this? So, well, for one, I need to research. I need to read. So I need to go buy that day trade, or like the stock. I need to go read the whole For Dummies thing on the stock market, and it's probably going to take me hella time. But I need to do that because I don't know anything about the terms, certain slogans, slangs, how the candles work, like noticing trends. I don't know anything about any of that, and I want to learn because it seems pretty interesting. So like, I'm gonna have to go buy all those books and just listen to those audio. I feel like for those types of things, I have to read it myself versus an audiobook. Like an audiobook, I can listen to an audiobook of, for example, a biography or an autobiography, or just learning anything that has to do with like, any sort of mindset, or anything that has to do with not studying material that makes sense. I can read and or listen to as an audiobook. But if I have to like study it and I have to understand like specific terminology, I would much rather read it myself versus listening to it. Because yeah, if I listen to it, I'm going to retain some of it. But I feel like I'm not going to understand all the key terms unless I read it. But however, I am going to go back to listening to more audiobooks too, because it's something I haven't done in a while, believe it or not. But that's because, I implemented it into a different type of schedule back then. That's another thing I'm having. I'm having, not having a hard time, but it's so weird. It's just having this double schedule, and it seems like every time or every other month or every 6 months my schedule changes. So when I was listening to audiobooks, I had that incorporated into my old schedule, my old work schedule, my old position, old everything. So right now I have more time to listen to audiobooks than I did before, but I haven't implemented them into my daily routine to be able to efficiently do it. So like, it's ridiculous. So I have to figure that, I have to organize that back into everything. So I need to just realistically write down all the stuff that I already do, organize it better, right? Make a list of things that I want to do and figure out how I can add that into my schedule at the time that I already have. Like it sounds like it's not a lot, and as I'm saying it, I realize it isn't. But when it goes to putting it into action, into effect, that's when it could be a hurdle. And recently, I don't know why, I have like these periods where my brain just wants to not do anything besides simple tasks or whatever it wants to do. Like I said, this past week I didn't have to go out and do too much work. So I just did YouTube stuff. I don't know. It's been a while since I just sat down and only thought about my YouTube channel for a while and recorded content for that and edited. And then I played Minecraft. Yo, believe it or not, I still play Minecraft. I don't give a fuck. Nobody says. I played on my solo world and I got mad far, bro. Mad far. So like, Yeah, no, I just, but when I look back at it, was it worth it? It was only worth it because I recorded everything and I got a bunch of footage that I can at least put and make content out of. But if I didn't do none of that, I would literally say I wasted a whole week and didn't do anything. But other than like I said, light tasks, cleaning up here and there and stuff like that. But anything like super productive, I would say I kind of wasted it, but not really because I recorded a bunch of stuff. But yeah, no. So I just really got to figure out what it is and how I'm gonna do it. I already have a plan. When I go to work today, I'm gonna use whatever free time that I have to kind of just to implement what it is that I was just talking about, and probably listen to some audiobooks while I'm at work. I'll figure out how I'm gonna do it again. Maybe listen to it on like a JBL speaker or something. I'll figure it out. But yeah, is there anything else? I guess because right, it is the last second to last day of February. We will read a page from the Daily Stoic to kind of end the video but begin the day. At least my day, not your guys'. Well, it depends on when you watch it, right? Let's see. Let's check this John out. Today is February 28th. And as always, I will show you the page before I read it, so that way you can take a screenshot of it, read along beside. This one's pretty short. You can read along beside me, or you can just double check to make sure I'm not saying some bullshit to you guys, like how the priests used to do back in the early days when no one could read the Latin language. So there you go. There's a page. You can screenshot it and mirror the image to make sure you're getting what it says it is, right? What the words in the book are. Anyway, February 28th. It's when you lose control. I'm pretty sure this whole month had to do with passions and emotions, apparently. I did kind of restart it because I was like, oh, the year started over, so I'm going to restart the book. So that's kind of what I did. Anyway. The soul is like a bowl of water, and our impressions are like the ray of light falling upon the water. When the water is troubled, it appears that the light itself is moved too, but it isn't. So when a person loses their composure, so when a person, ugh, so when a person loses their composure, it isn't their skills and virtues that are troubled, but the spirit in which they exist. And when that spirit calms down, so do those things. Tell me how. Ain't that about a bitch? That's why I like this fucking book, bro. Because I not kind of like talking about that shit just earlier. So you see how sometimes you could just get a little bit of shit, some wisdom from something. That's called coincidences that aren't coincidences. All right. Anyway, so from the note from the author, right? Because that was by the quote we just read was by Epictetus or Epictetus. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce his name. It's Greek. But the note from the author afterward reads, "You messed up a little, or maybe you messed up a lot. So that doesn't change the philosophy that you know. It's not as if your reasoned choice has been permanently abandoned. It's not as if your reasoned choice has permanently abandoned you. Rather, it was you who temporarily abandoned it. Remember that the tools and aims of our training are unaffected by the turbulence of the moment. Stop, regain your composure. It's waiting for you." Damn. Damn. That's crazy because that literally just sums up how I've been feeling in one page. And now there goes the I did not plan that at all, but there goes the affirmation that I'm going to be getting back on track. Ain't that about a bitch? 2 minutes to 5 o'clock. I gotta go to work soon. Leave a like if you liked the video. Disliked if you disliked it. Here's me trying to get back on the grind to what I gotta do. Take my last sip of Fiji water. Peace out.